And we welcome you into Dodgers Daily for Saturday, August 13th. I'm Casey Porter of Dodger Poke Report. There was a lot of good action last night down on the farm. Not so much for Oklahoma City. They've just simply been struggling as of late. But Tulsa got a good start from Gavin Stone. Tanner Dotson made his return. Gus Farland looked very, very good. Justin Yurchak continues just to absolutely mash the baseball in July and now in August. And down at High A, Great Lakes, Carlos Duran got the start, but Leonel Vargas stole the show. He hit his third grand slam of the season, and Bubba Allen came up big last night for Rancho. So there was a lot of action to get to. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get right to it, and let's talk all about the Dodgers minor league system and the action from last night. It's been a frustrating week for Oklahoma City as they have lost 6 in a row and 7 of their last 8, and there's really no good reason as to why. Last night, the AAA affiliates dropped another decision to round rock the AAA affiliates of the Texas Rangers 7-3 in downtown Oklahoma City at the Bricktown Ballpark in front of 7,044 fans. What you're seeing here, or what I'm going to describe if you're listening on the podcast, is Andre Jackson, and welcome back. Much like every player that's ever played professional baseball, he had a reset about a month ago. He went back down to the complex, got some things worked out, and he has certainly done that. If you see here, that changeup that he had last night working was absolutely big time. And he spent, I believe, 4 days down at the complex getting the things worked out that he needed to get worked out. And he has absolutely returned to form. Since he's come back from the complex, he's given up just 7 runs in his 21 innings of action. And he has 34 strikeouts to just 13 walks. So congratulations to Andre Jackson. I love stories of perseverance and hard work, and his is certainly one of those. Ball player, that's how you describe Drew Avens. He's just simply a very, very good baseball player. He extended his on-base streak last night to 48 games. Look at him just motor around the bases. This young man can run. He can really play baseball. He brings the energy. But, you know, as awesome as a 48-game on-base streak is, as awesome as that is, I think maybe the most awesome part of it is about a week ago he extended that streak in back-to-back games with bunt base hits, and now in back-to-back games he's extended the streak with triples, 2 of the most unlikely scenarios that you could ever think of. I'm not sure I've ever seen that happen as far as 48 games. I know I haven't, but to extend a streak with back-to-back games with base hit bunts, and then about a week later extend the streak with back-to-back games with triples. That's pretty awesome for Drew Avens, one of my favorite players in the system. So there you go. He's playing very good and extended the streak to 48 games last night. Brusdar Graterol was back down in Oklahoma City last night in a rehab start, and he threw a scoreless inning. His four-seam reached 100.6 miles per hour. His sinker hit 100.8, and his cutter hit 97. If you go to my social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, I have every pitch of his outing last night. So there it is. Brusdar Graterol had a very successful stint last night and outing with Oklahoma City. Here is every pitch of Hansel Robles' scoreless inning, at least if you go to my Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, you can see every pitch of this. I don't know if we'll get through all of it here in this segment, but his changeup was his best pitch last night, no doubt about it. It reached as high as 90 miles an hour. His four-seam hit 97.9. His sinker hit 97.3. So Hansel Robles is back with Oklahoma City, and he is throwing very, very well, and I know Dodgers fans are very excited about that. Tulsa gave up 2 in the top of the first and never caught up after that and lost to the Midland Rockhounds, the AA affiliates of the A's, 8-2 at beautiful One Oak Field in downtown Tulsa in front of 6,366 fans. Gavin Stone gave up his first home run in 2022 in 93.1 innings, his first home run he's given up all year. How did he respond? He responded by throwing a slider, a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, then a 98-mile-an-hour fastball, and he finished the inning with another 98-mile-an-hour fastball, 2 changeups, and a slider for a strikeout to end the inning. This young man from Lake City, Arkansas, he is a UCA Bear grad. I don't know if he's a grad, but he's an alum from the University of Central Arkansas. Gavin Stone is absolutely special. Shortstop Leonel Valera has swung a really good bat since he's been promoted to Double-A Tulsa. He had 2 hits again last night, and he was on base 3 times for the Drillers. Valera is hitting .293 since he got promoted. I mentioned he'd been hitting very good since he got promoted. That is at .293. He's hitting .293 since he's gone up to Tulsa, and he has an OPS of .814. So Leonel Valera playing very good offense for the Double-A Tulsa Drillers. Justin Yurchek is one of the hottest hitters on the planet. He had 2 hits last night, again, which is his 10th multi-hit game since the beginning of July. He's hitting .355 this month with an OPS of .1265. That is 1.265. So Justin Yurchek continues to stay hot at the plate for the Drillers. I have seen the right-hander out of Maplewood, Minnesota, Gus Farland, pitch quite a bit, and I'm not sure he's ever looked any better than he did last night. In fact, he may have looked better last night than he has ever looked. Watch the breaking ball in the video. If you go to my Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, I have every pitch of his inning last night. Watch the breaking ball for the first strikeout. He had the fastball at 97 at the bottom of the zone. He was able to carry the bottom of the zone with it with a high spin rate at 97. He rode the 98 there, right there. That 98 mile an hour fastball at the top of the zone with a lot of ride factor to it. He had a tight slider on the outside corner, and he had a lot of confidence that he was pitching with last night. So look at that ball fall off the table for Gus Farland on that breaking pitch. So boy, Gus Farland looked very good last night. He had a lot of confidence. Yeah, there's that slider on the outside corner, and he had a very good outing with Double-A Tulsa. I love stories of hard work and perseverance, and Tanner Dotson certainly has that story. You know, he was brought over in the Luke Raley trade. The Dodgers sent Luke Raley to Tampa Bay. In return, they got Tanner Dotson, and you know, he has that 98, and he has reached 100 with his fastball in the past. So he has the big stuff, but when he got with the Dodgers and specifically Double-A Tulsa, he just simply couldn't throw enough strikes to have success. So about mid-June to late June, he was sent back to the complex for basically a complete reset. He did a lot of work there. Last night was his first performance back with Double-A Tulsa, and it was very successful. So obviously a lot of hard work, a lot of great work went into Tanner Dotson making his way back to the mound in Tulsa last night for his very successful debut back with the Double-A Dodgers affiliate. So congratulations, Tanner Dotson, for your hard work and perseverance and great performance last night. The fans packed into Dow Diamond last night on Friday evening, and they were not disappointed as they got to see the 3rd Grand Slam of the season by Leonel Vargas that you're seeing on this screen. I'll describe it if you're listening on the podcast. It went over the right center field wall, and it was an absolute no-doubter, and the Loons won 11-9 in front of 5,407 fans. Vargas is hitting .280 and is first in the Midwest League in on-base percentage at .430. He's 3rd in the Midwest League in OPS at .920. He's 10th in homers at 15 and 11th in RBIs at 53. He has simply been a machine at the plate this year. Diego Cartaya hit a home run number 16 to put Great Lakes up 8-5. It traveled 440 feet, a very happy feat for the number 1 prospect in all of the Dodgers organization, and you got a good look at him. Recently promoted Luis Diaz had 3 hits for the Loons, including his 3rd home run. Watch the wheels, man. This young man can absolutely fly around the bases. Look at this. He can really run. That's Luis Diaz, recently promoted to High A Great Lakes. Rancho Cucamonga scored 5 times in the 5th inning and held on after giving up 3 in the bottom of the 9th. It got a little bit hairy. I watched every pitch of it, but they did beat Lake Elsinore, the single-A affiliates of the Padres, last night, 6-5. Jermaine Rosario, who you're seeing on your screen if you're listening on the podcast, I will describe it as best I can. Right-handed pitcher, very good, was absolutely dealing for Rancho. The 20-year-old right-hander out of the Dominican Republic went 5 innings. He struck out 6 and walked just 2 en route to a scoreless performance for Rancho. This was his 3rd scoreless performance in a row. Jermaine Rosario has a lot of talent, and he was on point last night. Kyle Fromke had 2 hits last night for the Quakes. Fromke is hitting .375 so far this month in August with an OPS of 944. So he has been very hot. He's been playing great offense. He's a 23-year-old infielder that grew up in Texas, Round Rock, Texas, and he played his college baseball at Oregon. So there you have it, Kyle Fromke. 2022 draft pick Bubba Allen had 2 hits, including a triple and 2 RBIs for Rancho Cucamonga. Alleyne is a Philadelphia native. He hit .331 with 16 doubles and 24 home runs for Maryland in his last year with the Terrapins. Let me say that again. In his last year with Maryland, Bubba Allen hit .331, 16 doubles, 24 home runs for the left-handed hitter. So obviously he brings a lot of offense to the Dodgers organization. His OPS, his 5th year at Maryland, was 1.095, 1095. So wow, what a career he had at Maryland. He's off to a good start with the Dodgers. So there you have it, left-handed hitter Bubba Allen. I'm glad that you tuned in to another edition of Dodgers Daily for Saturday, August 13th, and I hope that you visit DodgerPokeReport.com, and I also hope that you tune in tomorrow or visit Dodger Poke on all the social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok, and become a subscriber to our podcast. If you like this content and you want to see more of it, then click the subscribe button, click the like button, leave us a comment, and let us know what you think. As always, thanks for tuning in, and go Dodgers!